Everybody, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about the May bundles that are coming to Marvel Snap. We're going to do the spreadsheet analysis because I already looked at them at a high level when we had the data mine. Are you going to care about stuff like this? How much does the value drop when you don't care about the variance? So we're going to look at that. We'll tell you what I think is a must buy, pass, all that sort of thing. So let's jump in. I have a spreadsheet that I track all of the offers on. I've got a bunch of different columns, all these sort of things. I'm not going to go into a lot of depth on how I built this, but the things that I do want to mention, I do have two different discount columns. One I base off of the Token Tuesday pricing, which isn't necessarily the greatest, but it does connect with folks who might not spend a ton of money on the game. And then I've got another discount price that's based off of spending $100 on gold a lot in the game. So that's more of your Kraken whale territory, whereas the other one might be your free-to-play dolphin territory, because while there's the same economy, you have different types of spenders in that economy. So I want to try to speak to everybody. And then I've got a tokens per gold category, which you'll see a lot of different tokens per gold for a lot of different people. And I do want to shout out Corrales. We talked quite a bit about how they do it. I talked to Jeff Hooglin a little bit about how he does it. Everybody does it slightly different. You'd think it would be just the same. It's not necessarily, but we're all pretty close. So take all of our numbers with a little bit of understanding of how we might get to it. For me personally, I reinvest some of the gold into the track so that you can see how much more you might get. It will lower the numbers a little bit. Two offers I want to talk about because they haven't hit yet are this Team Cat and Team Dog offers. I do not like these very much. They are reasonable discounts as far as a sort of cheap to play spender here, these two. But honestly, for what you're getting here, you're getting some credits for 700 gold. I don't know, the tokens per gold ratio of 0.46 is pretty low. I like these numbers to typically be closer to 0.8, 0.9. Even at this discount, at 1,200 tokens, I normally want to save my gold for something that's a little bit better than this, because how you spend your gold is very important if you want to get either new cards or big bads or any sort of card that you want to spend tokens on. For me personally, I'm passing on these. All right, so let's jump into May. First offer, you can see at my opinion on this, is a whale buy. Mainly, I would call this a must buy, but it's expensive. It's $100. It's called Beautiful Beyond Compare. It's basically the collector with a whole bunch of tokens. It's like I mentioned, $100 US. You get 10,000 tokens, not a lot of credits in gold, but a little bit, a variant, some boosters. That Token Tuesday pricing is at $175. The whale offer is this offer is monumental for whales. They are absolutely buying this without a doubt. It is a huge discount for them, 68%. Even for anybody who's a cheap to play or semi free to play dolphin, this is a 43% discount. And my number for the tokens to gold on this is 1.2. This is one of the best ones you're ever going to see. So the token value on this is insane. It is really good. You'll see some numbers in the 1.4 range, which makes it even better. Regardless, I think this offer is amazing. I would absolutely buy this if you can afford it. Again, a thing that I like to say in all these sort of videos is have a budget that you're spending for your hobbies. And if this is you're playing this game, factor this in so that you know what you're gonna do. And if it's a $50 a month budget and you really want this offer, then just plan on not spending next month. Or maybe you didn't spend in April yet, don't spend in April. But me, 100% buy on this one. Next up is the I Am Groot bundle. I have labeled this as a maybe buy. It's 2,900 gold. You get 4,000 credits. You get a title and a variant from Groot. You also get some boosters, which I don't really put much value in. It's about a $56 offer for base pricing as far as the Token Tuesday, and then a $41 offer for the whale territory. The reason that it's cheaper for the whale territory is those credits. So whales are likely not going to necessarily look at this. It's a 32% discount. The tokens per gold here is pretty low at a 0.361. So for that reason, I label it as a maybe. There are some other offers that pop up that are typically in the 7,000 gold range that are really good, like the Throg one or even this Squirrel Girl Boosters one that just dropped that I did a video on last night. I like to save typically for ones like that. So with the 4,000 credits, I do have to admit I might consider this one. Next up is the Spoonful of Sugar. I've labeled this as a Dolphin Plus buy, meaning anyone who's a dolphin or bigger spender that they might want to buy this. It's $10 US. You get 500 tokens, 500 gold. Nothing all that special. It's valued at a $16 offer for your Token Tuesdays or a $14 offer for your $100 base gold. That puts the discount at about 38% or 28%. All pretty good. And more importantly, the tokens per gold ratio is pretty good. It's about a 0.82. So it's pretty solid. If you're willing to spend 10 bucks a month, or if that's part of your budget, I think you're probably going to buy this just to get a little bit. Again, it's not moving the dial a lot. It's all about the value that you're getting here. Next up is a Chibi Guardians of the Galaxy bundle. That was the images I was showing at the first part of the video. I've labeled this as a pass, and I'll tell you why in a little bit here. The cost is 5,900 gold. You get 6,500 credits, which is a lot and good for progression. And then you get 3 avatars, a title, and 3 variants. The base pricing Token Tuesday is $104. For your whales, it's $80. The actual cost is $73.74. Dollar discount for your Token Tuesday cheaper players is about 29%, but the discount for your bigger spenders is 8%. Again, because it's got a lot of credits. They're not going to look at this. Your whales are not going to buy this offer unless they really care about those variants. The worst part of this is the tokens per gold at 0.289. That is awful. I don't like it. And if you actually take off, let's just remove the variants here for a second. It becomes a horrific offer. So you're really only going to want to buy this if you really, really like those variants. I can't even stomach spending on this to get the credits. As much as I'd like to, there are going to be better offers out there where I'm not going to really lose so much value just because I'm getting these actual variants. So maybe you love the Guardians of the Galaxy and you really want those variants. At that point, maybe I'd buy it. I am considering this a hard pass. And I didn't mention this earlier, but the group bundle, again, very similar, where if you don't really care about that variant, you might really not. I mean, it changes a little bit, but it's a big swing. It loses about 10-15% of its discount. And then the next one here, this Ivanhoe bundle, I have labeled this as bad. It's 5,000 gold. The actual variants here for Thor and Lady Sif are fantastic. You get 1,000 tokens and 1,500 credits, 2 avatars, and the variants, 310 boosters. The Token Tuesday base value pricing, $66, $75 for your bigger whales. The actual cost here is about $63 US. Percent discount here is it's bad. 6% and 17, and the tokens per gold 0.279. Again, bad. Take out the variants here. Ew, gross. This is disgusting. Like, it is a terrible offer that I would not buy. So unless you are absolutely in love with those variants, I wouldn't touch this. And the bad part about this is we just had a Thor variant bundle. It's just not a good offer here. Now, I think they should have probably put some cards in here that people don't have a lot of, and maybe they ran the metrics on it and they see that not a lot of people have these cards. But again, I just don't understand the back-to-back of the Thor. So I'm calling this bad. I wouldn't recommend anybody get this at all. I mean, even if you love those variants, I'm not sure that it's worth that. All right, the next one we've got on here is called Trash Panda. This is a Rocket Raccoon offer. I'm considering this a must buy. It's a $30 US offer. It's 1,000 credits, 3,000 gold. You get an avatar title and a variant and 310 boosters. The base pricing here is about $60, and that's for your cheap to play. Your whale base pricing based on the $100 gold offer, $55. Actual cost is obviously $30. So the discount here is pretty good. It's 50% and 45%. The tokens per gold isn't that great. Again, obviously, well, what are you talking about? There's no tokens in this. Well, you can convert the credits to tokens, or even the gold if you want to get the gold back to credit. So it's a 0.568 conversion there. Not great, but the reason that I call this a must buy, because if you were to spend in game to get 3,000 gold, that would be about 50 bucks. This offer is 30. So to me, this is like, well, yeah, you got to buy this. I mean, this is when you get into the base pricing where they suck you in because it's on sale. 100% that's what this is. And I'm falling for it. And I'm telling you to fall for it. Well, if you don't, and it's not in with your monthly budget for your hobbies, don't spend. That's simple. Keep it easy. Then you'll get 3,000 gold to spend towards one of these other offers at some point. Again, I'm not a big fan of, like I said, the Chibi's Guardians or the I Am Group, but it's there. Last but not least here, we've got a leg up. I consider this a pass. It's 2,000 gold. You get 1,000 tokens, 500 credits. Base pricing for your Token Tuesday cheaper players is about $21 US. For your more expensive whale players, it's about $33. Actual cost here is $27.57. This is a loss for your cheap to play players. It just doesn't make any sense. For your whales, they might do it, but again, even the tokens per gold is pretty low at 0.565. So for that reason, that's why I labeled it a pass. I don't see this being a good offer for basically anybody. You might get some whales buying this just because they want to get every token they can get their hands on. I can't bring myself to buy it and or recommend to anybody to buy it. I just think that your gold will go much further on a different offer. I've got to mention this every month because they've got their Token Tuesdays in here and your booster packs. I mentioned in the other video, these booster packs are awful. They're just straight awful. I would not touch these with a 10-foot pole. It is a waste of gold. The Token Tuesdays, they're all pretty solid. You've got great ratios as far as tokens to gold on those. I think it's almost all 0.9 and higher, 0.889 up to 0.94. They're decent. They're great discounts for your whale players. They're gonna love these all day long. For your regular players, it's about a 0% increase. But if you're not buying those offers in game for gold where you're getting something else, this is where you want to get your tokens, is these Token Tuesdays. So don't buy the booster packs. Look at the Token Tuesdays if you are not going to spend on any of these other ones here in May, which honestly, given that they're not all that great, you might end up doing. I'm really just looking at the IM group bundle, and it's really just because I think it's the better value there, and I want to maybe get some more credits to move up a little bit. And I talked briefly, we won't go through to June. We're waiting to get some of the final pricing here, but I'm not really loving what I'm seeing in June either. So you've got a lot of opportunity to save gold. So make sure you pick up those Token Tuesdays. Let me know if you've seen anything I've missed. Again, I like to refine these things as good as I can so that I can be as helpful as I can. I try to explain why I might have slightly different numbers than somebody else, a couple different columns, so that I can hopefully address different types of spenders in game, because there are a lot of different types of spenders. Let me know in the comments below what you think you might buy. Let me know how you'd like to see this content either different in the future, if you want to get a better understanding, and or if I've missed something. And lastly, if this was helpful, please consider hammering down that like button, share with your aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews. Trying to push to 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, so any help's appreciated. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.